place in the world for the angry young man with his working class ties and his radical plans. Refuses to bend, he refuses to crawl. He's always at home with his back to the wall. He's proud of the scars from the battles he's lost. He struggles and bleeds as he hangs on his cross. Likes to be known as a the angry young man. No, 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 no. Give a moment or two to the angry young man with his foot in his mouth and his heart in his hand. Stabbed in the back, he's been misunderstood. It's a comfort to know his intentions are good. And he sits in a room with a lock on the door, with his maps and his medals laid out on the floor. He likes to be known as the angry young man. I believe I've passed the age of consciousness and righteous rage. Found that just surviving was a noble fight. I once believed in causes too, had my pointless point of view. Life went on no matter who was wrong or right. Whoa, there's always a place for the angry young man with his fist in the air, his head in the sand. He's never been able to learn from mistakes, so he can't understand why his heart always breaks. His honor is pure and his courage as well. He's fair and he's true and he's boring as hell. Go to the grave as an angry old man. For the angry young man with his working class ties and his radical plans. Refuses to bend, he refuses to crawl. Always at home with his back to the wall. He's proud of the scars from the battles he's lost. He struggles and bleeds as he hangs on his cross. And he likes to be known as the angry young man. No, 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 no. Hey guys, happy birthday, Billy Joel. Had to start, of course, with what I believe is the ultimate Billy Joel concert opener, something that he has kind of decided to not play for the last 10 years or so, but did it a lot for a long time at the beginning of shows, and I think it's still the best one that he had to open a show. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Already got some great deep cut requests in the comments, some of which I'm going to do all the deep cuts that I reasonably can. There are some that I'm just going to be like a little too, it's going to be have been too long since I listened to it to really be able to get through them. But any of them that I can do, I'm going to try to do today, even if I play them sloppy and kind of miserably. So we're here to celebrate Billy Joel's catalog, and we're here to celebrate the fact that we're a bunch of Billy Joel nerds. So let's get down to it, shall we? Let's say hi to some folks here. Breaking Down Joel. Hey, can you play Code of Silence? I'm not sure I've ever done that one before, but I love that song. So I'm going to give it a shot today. Thanks for the request. Good to see you. KJ Monty X is here. He says, hey, Steve, just wanted to wish you good luck. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I might need it with some of these deep cuts. Chris in New York's here. We truly appreciate your kindness and dedication. Well, what a nice thing to say. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. And thanks for stopping by. Maritz, our good friend in Graz, Austria, is here. He says, happy birthday, Billy Joel. Could you please play Vienna and or Half a Mile Away? Well, we'll get to one of them for sure, and we'll see if I can do both today, all right? Thank you. Vibrato King. Hiya, Steve. Could I request a deep cut? I'd like to hear Surprises. We're sleeping with the television on. Wow, okay. Awesome. Thank you, Vibrato. Silviu in Romania is here. Good luck with the show and happy birthday to Billy Joel. Thank you, sir. Good to have you with us. Chris has a little Billy Joel trivia for us. He says, Piano Man was inspired by Joel's experience playing at what piano bar in Los Angeles? The Executive Lounge, I think is what it was called. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments there. And our friend Al Smith out in Hawaii is here. Looking forward to the concert. Well, thank you. I've been looking forward to doing it for like 2 weeks now, so I'm thrilled to be here doing it. Bat Aiton's here. He says, hope you're doing good. Would you be able to play I Don't Want to Be Alone? I haven't done that one in a very long time, but well, let me see what I can do with that one for you. I'm going to stick that in the queue. Electrician Free Territory of Trieste. Ah, Trieste, as in Italy. That was one of my favorite cities that I visited when I was in Europe for 6 weeks in 2019. Just fabulous place. Slept on the beach there, they call it the beach, but it's like a sidewalk off the Adriatic Sea. It was fantastic. All right, awesome. Good to have you with us. Hey, Steve, do you think you could play Why Should I Worry from Oliver and Company? If not, what about Uptown Girl? We put that in the queue. I don't know the Oliver and Company one so well, but I can probably do Uptown Girl for you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Aman. Dawson Rogers is here. Good to have you with us, young friend. Andrea is here from Italy. Thank you. Hey, Matt, thank you. Appreciate it. Any and all of the above is what the vibe for the concert is. I like to get some hits in there, too, for people that come by that aren't quite the level of geeks that some of us are, but I'm open to about anything. If I think I can play it, I will try it. All right? So whatever suits your fancy. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. P3 Productions. Okay, Summer Highland Falls in the queue. Thank you. Lucia, mi amiga. Gracias for being here, young lady. Good to have you with us. Thank you. Let's see, Steve, what's that song about the guy in the bar talking about? I don't know. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one. Oh, I was off. The executive room, not the executive lounge. Yeah, close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades, right? Don't know if we'll get 74 in, Kyle, but we'll get quite a few in. Thank you. James. Yes, I love that song. Okay. New York State of Mind. I'm putting that in the queue right now. Zanzibar. Oh, I got you. That was the trivia thing. I actually thought you were talking about Piano Man. Interesting. All right. Well, let's get started on some of these requests. I know that many more will come in throughout the course of the show. I'm going to do this one first just because I saw it in the comments ahead of the show, and I thought, God, I hope I can do this one. And I took a minute to review it, so while it's reasonably fresh, I'm probably still make some mistakes. But this is off of the Nylon Curtain album in 1982. This is the most John Lennon sounding out song that I think he's ever done. It really just reeks of John Lennon, and I mean that in a very good way. I love this. It's called Surprises. Don't get excited, don't say a word. Nobody noticed, nothing was heard. It was committed discreetly, was handled so neatly, and it shouldn't surprise you at all. You know, break all the records, burn the cassettes. Be lying if I told you I had no regrets. There were so many mistakes, and what a difference it makes. But still it shouldn't surprise you at all. You know, said it shouldn't surprise you at all. You know, don't look now, but you have changed. Your best friends wouldn't tell you. Now it's apparent, now it's a fact. So marshal your forces for another attack. You were so young and naive, it's so hard to believe. But now it shouldn't surprise you at all. You know, yes, it shouldn't surprise you at all. You know, sorry, my falsetto's better, but it's still a little bit out of shape. What has it cost you? What have you won? The sins of the fathers, the sins of the son. It was always within you, it will always continue, and it shouldn't surprise you at all. You know, no, it should not surprise you at all. You know. Okay. We survived. There you go, vibrato. We took a risk. All right, let's do another one that came in early. This is for Breaking Down Joel. This will be a first, I think that was a first time ever performing that one, and I think this will be a first time for me ever performing this one too. I always kind of like this song. I think this song gets kind of gets crapped on a little bit by a lot of the fandom because because Cyndi Lauper helped write the words to it and sang on the record, and I'm like, first of all, she was a huge star at that particular time, and second of all, she's one of those people that even though she's like Lady Gaga, she has this big image and all of that stuff, but she's actually darn talented. So I think it's been kind of an unfair attack. I think it's a cool song. So let's see if I can remember how it goes. One. Everybody's got a million questions. Everybody wants to know the score. What you went through is something you should be over now. And everybody wants to hear the secrets that you never told a soul before. And it's not that strange, cause it wouldn't change what happened anyhow. But you swore to yourself a long time ago there were some things that people didn't need to know. Guess there's one that you keep, you bury so deep no one can tear it out. And you can't talk about it, cause you're following a code of silence. You're never gonna lose the anger, you'll just deal with it a different way. Now you can't talk about it, and isn't that a kind of madness? To be living by a code of silence when you really got a lot to say. You don't want to lose a friendship, there's nothing that you have to hide, and a little dirt couldn't hurt no one anyway. Still rage inside you that you carry with a certain pride. The only part of the broken heart that you could ever see. But you've been through it once, you know how it ends. Don't see the point in going through it again. This ain't this, and this ain't the place. This ain't the time, neither's any other day. So you can't talk about it, cause you're following the code of silence. You're never gonna lose the anger, you just deal with it a different way. And you can't talk about it, and isn't it a kind of madness to be living by a code of silence when you really got a lot to say? I know you well enough to tell you got your reasons. This ain't the kind of code you're inclined to break. Some things alone are best left alone forever, and if a vow is what it takes, haven't you paid for your mistakes? Well, after the moment passes, the impulse disappears. You can still hold back, cause you just don't crack very easily. It's a time-honored resolution, cause the danger is always near. It's with you now, and that ain't how it was supposed to be. It's hard to believe after all these years, still gives you pain, still brings tears. You feel like a fool, it's part of your rule, you got a memory. But you can't talk about it, cause you're following a code of silence. You're never gonna lose the anger, deal with it a different way. No, you can't talk about it. And isn't that a kind of madness? To be living by a code of silence when you really got a lot to say. Sorry. So some cobwebs in my throat. It's one of those days. Okay, thank you for the great request there. That was fun. It's a fun adventure to go on. Let's get to something maybe I know. Presumably, I can play a few songs that I know today. Okay, this is one of all of our favorites. This is off the Stranger album. That last one, of course, is off of The Bridge, for anyone who wasn't familiar with it. Here we go. 1, 2. Why was I doing a countdown on that? That's a stupid thing to do. Maybe I don't know this song as well as I thought. Let's try that again. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What you hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and so many hours in a day. Hey, you know that when the truth is told, you'll get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. Can't be everything you wanna be before your time, although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Tonight, it's too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself, you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, oh, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Child, take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright, you can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? You know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? Why can't I remember how to play this? I love it that I made a big deal. It's like, well, now let's do a song I actually know. And then I stop like twice. Oh, I screwed that up. Maybe even 3 times. Anyway, whatever. Still love that song. Let's say hi to some more people. Okay, hey 007, and so it goes. Beautiful song. Let me put that in the queue. Thanks for the request. Lucia wants to hear Miami 2017. Outstanding. Put that in the queue for sure. Thank you. I see giving a little praise to the good old nylon curtain. Billy's Sergeant Pepper, as it were. I agree, Moko. It's a pretty awesome record. Andreas says, sorry, Steve, I need to ask you this technical thing. When you play a chord with the third of the bass chord, you don't play the third and the chord in your right hand, right? It depends. You can leave it out. It just depends on how you want the voicing done. Just very quickly. So, like, there's no rule that says if I'm playing a C chord and I'm playing an E in the bass, there's no rule that says I can't do this. That might be the sound that you're looking for. But a lot of people sometimes will intentionally leave the third out in the right hand and just let it resonate down here to get this sound. It's subtle. Essentially, there's not enough difference between the two that it matters to the average player that much. But if you're really specific about the way you want to voice things, then you kind of have to decide which one you prefer in the particular setting and then play it that way. And I'm particular about it in some songs, and I'm not at all particular about it in others. It just kind of depends on a lot of different things. Some songs, the vocal has got my attention so much that I really just I'm just trying to make sure I play the right chord. And I don't worry that much about the voicing. And other songs, I feel like the specific way that I'm voicing chords is more pertinent to the sort of overall situation, and so I'm more careful about it. So there you go. Let's see. Bad Aiden says, do I know Careless Talk? I don't think I've ever tried it before. I might be able to fake my way through it. So I'm going to put it in for consideration at least. You're welcome, Vibrato King. Ain't No Crime. This is Kyle Flakler. Okay, can we hear Ain't No Crime? A little gospel thing from the Piano Man album. I'll put that in the queue as well. Awesome. All for Lena, great song. You should add to the queue. Keep up the great work. Okay, let me put that down for consideration. Nice. Lucia's telling us about how Billy Joel has had a philosophical impact on her life. Says, slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. That sentence changed my life. You know, and then as I've gotten older, he has some other words that have really started to really resonate with me. There's one at the beginning of a song that he did for the Greatest Hits album called "While the Night Is Still Young," and he says, I'm old enough to still see the passionate boy that I used to be. I'm young enough to still feel the passionate boy that I used to be, but I'm old enough to say I've got a good look at the other side. This time in my life, that line is sort of like, sending chills down my spines. Haven't pulled the harmonica out yet, Bill. We usually do that one toward the end on one of these. Summer Highland Falls is in the queue. Nice. Okay. No, I haven't ever tried You're Only Human. I don't know if I'll get to it today or not, but I'll put it in for consideration. I've already probably got more requests than I can get to in a single show, but I want to put as many of them in to look at as possible. Los Angelinos, okay. I did that one the other day at the regular live stream too, so. Ooh, those two I don't know very well, but I did take a look at that set de toi for you that I'm going to try and do today. Dan, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, wow, we've got a lot of requests in here to take a look at, so I better get back to my job now. Well, let's do Summer Highland Falls now while we're thinking of it.
Said that these are not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known. And I believe there is a time for meditation in cathedrals of our own. Now I have seen the sad surrender in my lover's eyes, and I can only stand upon and sympathize. We are always what our situations hand us, either sadness or euphoria. So we'll argue and we'll compromise and realize that nothing's ever changed. All our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. We are forced to recognize our inhumanities. A reason coexists with our insanity. And we choose between reality and madness, either sadness or euphoria. Our energies. Perhaps we don't fulfill each other's fantasies, and we stand upon the ledges of our lives with our respective similarities. It's either sadness or euphoria.
All right. Let's do a little rip-roaring gospel-y stuff here. Let me pull some lyrics up for this. This one is by, it's from, I don't know what in the hell I'm talking about. It is from the Piano Man album in 1973. And very much a kind of gospel blues boogie thing. It's called Ain't No Crime. One of my favorite piano parts he ever put together.
You got to open your eyes in the morning. 9 o'clock's coming out any warning. You gotta get ready to go. You say you went out late last evening, did a lot of drinking, come home stinking, and you went and fell asleep on the floor. And then you went out late and found the sleeping, starts into a weeping, the hours you've been keeping, and you better get your ass out the door. Ain't no crime, good to get it on and get a load off your mind. Ain't no crime, everybody gets that way sometime. Ain't no crime, oh, you got to open your eyes in the morning. 9 o'clock's coming without any warning, and you gotta get ready to go. Now you tell me you love somebody, that love them forever. You may love them forever. Now you won't like them all of the time. And now you tell me you need somebody for the rest of your life. You might have somebody, but you won't want them every day. Ain't no crime, yeah, it's good, it's human nature, it happens all the time. Ain't no crime, just think twice about it, get it off your mind. Ain't no crime, yeah. Oh, oh, ain't no crime, yeah. It's just human nature, happens all the time. Ain't no crime. Good to get it off and get a load off your mind. Ain't no crime. Oh, you gotta open your eyes in the morning. 9 o'clock's coming without any warning. You gotta get ready to go. And just as surely as the wind keeps blowing, the grass will keep growing. Gotta keep going, and the Lord will have mercy on your soul. Ooh, yeah.
All right. Now, I promised 2 days ago when I was doing my normal Sunday stream, our friend Dan Mara, the How Do You Do It dude, asked if I could play this song, and I really was not prepared to try it, but I took a look at it today. This is off the Glass Houses album, and I gotta pull the lyrics up here. Now, I worked out how to play it. I am not going to try and sing the verse in French because I will screw it up terribly. I've just not had time to sit down and like kind of even come close to approximate the he sings a verse in French, and he actually sounds pretty good doing it, and the people of France booed him for how badly he sounded. And I can't do that, so I'm just going to sing the English version all the way through. Except I will say, "Où c'était toi?" That's about it. But this is a cool song. It's called "C'était toi," You Were the One.
Here I am again in the smoky place with my brandy eyes. I'm talking to myself. You were the one, you were the one. Here I go again looking for your face, and I realize that I should look for someone else, but you were the one. You were the one. I'm looking for comfort I can take from someone else, but after all, I know there is no one that can save me from myself. You were the only one. Here I am again in the smoky place with my brandy eyes. I'm talking to myself. You were the one, you were the one. Here I go again looking for your face, and I realize that I should look for someone else, but you were the one. You were the one. I'm looking for comfort that I can take from someone else, but after all, I know there is no one that can save me from myself. You were the only one. Someone I can take from someone else, but after all, I know there is no one that can save me from myself. You are the only one.
One of these days I'll sit down and work out the French part so I can do it properly. But wanted to get that one in for our friend Dan Mara. Okay, and here's for our friend Lucia in España. Seen the lights go out on Broadway, saw the Empire State laying low, and life went on beyond the Palisades. They all bought Cadillacs and left there long ago. We held the concert out in Brooklyn to watch the island bridges blow. They turned our power down and drove us underground. We went right on with the show. Seen the lights go out on Broadway. I saw the ruins at my feet. You know, we almost didn't notice it. We've seen it all the time on 42nd Street. They burn the churches up in Harlem, like in that Spanish Civil War. The flames are everywhere, no one really cared. Always burned out there before. Seen the lights go out on Broadway, and oh, watch the mighty skyline fall. The boats were waiting at the Battery. The Union went on strike. They never sailed at all. They sent the carrier out from Norfolk and picked the Yankees up for free. The flames are everywhere, but no one really cared. It always burned out there to sea. Whoa. You know those lights went bright on Broadway, but that was so many years ago. Before we all lived here in Florida, before the mafia took over Mexico. There are not many who remember. They say a handful still survive to tell the world about the way the lights went out, to keep the memory Let's check in on the comments. And thanks for the request, Lucia. Laura. I'll put it in the queue. Like I say, we probably already have more requests now than I have time to play, but I will try to get to as many as possible. What are my keyboards? Hey, Rhonda. Well, my keyboards are old AF. But they've been serving me so well for so long, I just haven't had the motivation to upgrade much because unlike most keyboard players, I really don't care very much about any of the bells and whistles in these things. I just don't. What I care most about is the sound of the piano patch and the feel of the keys. This is a Baldwin Pianoville that I've had since 2001. And it's semi-weighted, which has been great because it does have some action on the keys, but they're not as heavy as actual weighted keys. I know that at some point I will probably upgrade to like a Yamaha DGX 690. That's the best sounding piano patch on the market as far as I can tell, as far as my ear likes. But it's going to have that full-on weighted hammer action, and I'm going to miss my nice sort of medium weighted keys that I have on this. It's a little easier on my fingers, but you know, I'll adapt when the time comes. But Baldwin Pianoville, and the thing I like about it is I love the piano patch. I love the sample they used. It also has one of the very, very best Fender Rhodes sounds that there is. It has that version of Fender Rhodes. It also has this version of Fender Rhodes. And I can combine the two for a nice, fat, kind of classic Fender Rhodes sound with just a little bit of that tingy, tiny tines sound. And then I can also apply chorus to it. If I want to, which gives it kind of a like adult contemporary sound. And then my favorite is I can put the phaser effect on it, which is great for so while this has very, very limited features on it, I've never come across another keyboard in all my time that had a better Fender Rhodes and with an onboard phaser effect like that. So I'm not very eager to replace this, but the day will come when I finally beat it into submission and it needs to be replaced. But I've loved this thing. This is a Roland Phantom, which is also old. It goes back to 2002, and the reason that I had it was it's 76 keys. It was a little easier to take out to gigs for a long time, so I used to play live in person with this. But this has the capacity to record parts, and it's got really good drum samples on it, so that's how I have made drum parts and bass parts and stuff like that for my backing tracks, as well as all of my original music I've done on this, and then brought in a guitar player to fill things out. So I've done the piano part here, drums, bass, strings, that kind of stuff here, then bring in a guitar player. But on the next album, I'm actually going to be working with a live bass player and a live drummer and a live guitar player. So might still do some strings or something on this guy, but it's going to be less prevalent to the process than it used to be. So that's my gear.
And I have a Kurzweil 76 key that's got a good piano patch that I take out with me live. And then I still have my old Alesis Quadrasynth, which is the first keyboard I ever bought that I probably won't ever play again anywhere, but I don't have the heart to let go of it. And then I've got a Casio upstairs just in my living room that's an 88 key weighted. That's just kind of something that I can tinker on when I'm not down here in the studio. So there we go. Well, that's a very nice thing to say, Belle. Thank you. Bill, good to see you. James is already in the queue, my friend. Thank you. For being nostalgic, starting with Prelude, Angry Young Man, and citing some Billy Joel quotes, how about ending the live stream with Souvenir? Well, I usually do say that at the end of these. For my money, the right song to end with is Piano Man. I know that that's not what he did before, He started doing that, I think, in 1989. But I think it's a mistake to end with anything else. I take issue with how he's ending his shows now. And I've had arguments about that with other Billy Joel fans, but that's just my opinion. So, anyway, hey, thank you. Good to have you with us, Kyle. Hey, Victor, we're going to have to do Elton John another day. This is just a Billy Joel only show just because we're celebrating his birthday today. But, hit me up on a Sunday sometime with that, and we'll see what we can do with it. I love that song. Oh, I'll never forget that when he stopped in the middle of. This is a great moment when he stopped in the middle of River of Dreams at the 94 Grammys, or the 93 Grammys, excuse me. That was a fantastic moment. Look it up on YouTube. It's out there. Okay, folks, let me get back to some requests here. Since this one was just brought up. This one goes back to 76 on the Turnstiles album. James, we were always friends from our childhood days, and we made our plans, then we had to go our separate ways. I went on the road, and you pursued an education. James, do you like your life? Can you find release? Will you ever change? Will you ever write your masterpiece? Are you still in school, living up to expectations? James, you were so relied upon. Everybody knows how hard you tried. Hey, just looking for the job you've done, carrying the weight of family pride. James, you've been working hard, you'll be well behaved, but will you always stay someone else's dream of who you are. Do what's good for you, or you're not good for anybody. James. Oops, I did that wrong. James. I went on a road and you pursued an education, James. How you gonna know for sure? Everything was so well organized. Hey, everything is so secure, and everybody else is satisfied. James, will you, wait, do you like your life? Can you find release? And will you ever change? When will you write your masterpiece? Do what's good for you, or you're not good for anybody, James. That bothers me. There we go. Oh man, and I forgot to take that off of the damn screen. I'm sorry about that, guys. I change over to look at lyrics, and then I don't even see that I've done that. So my bad. My bad. All right, here's one that I know reasonably well, I think. This is for JWEBBW. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Seen all the movie stars in their fancy cars and their limousines. Been high in the Rockies but I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News, whoa, 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 comes down to reality. That's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. Don't have any reasons, left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, Daily News, whoa, 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 comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. Left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. Cause I'm in a I'm in a New York.
Zero. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Hey, Brian Sharby. Good to have you with us. And by the way, hi, Pookie. I know how much you love the noise. Just seeing if there's anything in here. You guys are starting to talk amongst yourself, which I love. Hey, it's our friend Tony. Tony Lee. Piano tone. Piano tone. Tone. You know? He's Tony. As in piano tone. E. Right? Actually, he's from Canada. And we were having a conversation earlier where I called him a hoser. Only among good friends. All right. No problem, Moritz. Thanks for tuning in while you could. Okay, you may be right. Yeah, we'll probably do that one toward the end when it's safe to completely shred what's left of my voice. Thanks, Rhonda. Until the Night. Love that song. All right. I don't know if I'll get to it, Levi. I've already got so many more songs than I could possibly play in one show, but I'm putting it in there to see if it makes the cut. All right. Got some great ones. Okay, here we go. Back to the requests. This one's been in there. I don't get to do this one very often. In every heart there is a room, a sanctuary safe and strong, to heal the wounds from lovers past, until a new one comes along. I spoke to you in cautious tones. You answered me with no pretense, and still I feel I said too much. My silence is my self-defense. And every time I've held a rose, seems I only felt the thorn. And so it goes, and so it goes. You're the only one who knows. But if my silence made you leave, then that would be my worst mistake. So I will share this room with you, and you can have this heart to break. And this is why my eyes are closed. It's just as well for all I've seen. And so it goes, and so it goes. And you're the only one who knows. So I will choose to be with you. That's if the choice were mine to make. But you can make decisions too, and you can have this heart to break. And so it goes, and so it goes. And you're the only one who knows. Let's get something a little peppier in here. Let me pull up some lyrics. This one goes back to 1974. This is on an album called Street Life Serenade. And Billy recently played this in concert for the first time in like 42 years or something like that. So, seems appropriate to do it today. This is called Los Angelinos. Los Angelinos, they all come from somewhere to live in sunshine. They're funky exile, Midwestern ladies, high-heeled and faded, driving sleek new sports cars with the New York cowboys, hiding up in the mountain, laying low in the canyons, going nowhere on the streets with the Spanish names, making love with the natives in their hearts.
making up for all the time gone by. Los Angelinos, I'll come from somewhere, 'cause it's all so easy to become acquainted. Electric babies, hygiene and jaded, such hot, sweet schoolgirls, so educated, tanning out on the beaches with the Mexican reapers. No one ever has to feel like a refugee, going into the rajas with exotic massages, making up for all the time gone by. Los Angelinos, going into the mountains, laying low in the canyons, going nowhere on the streets with the Spanish names, making love with the natives with their Hollywood places, making up for all the time gone by. So Los Angelinos, I'll come from somewhere that's so familiar, their foreign faces, yeah. All right. That one goes out to Man P3 Productions. Let's do this one. I haven't done very many hits tonight. She can kill with a smile and she can wound with her eyes. She can ruin your faith with her casual lies. And she only reveals what she wants you to see. She hides like a child, but she's always a woman to me. She can lead you to love, she can take you or leave you. She can ask for the truth, but she'll never believe you. She'll take what you give her as long as it's free. She steals like a thief, but she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, she never just changes her mind. She will promise you more than the Garden of Eden. And she'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. She'll take what you'll give her as long as it's free. Blame it all on yourself, 'cause she's always a woman to me. She never gives in. She just changes her mind. She'll promise she's frequently kind, then she's suddenly cruel. She'll do as she please, she ain't nobody's fool. She can't be convicted, she's earned her degree. The most she will do is throw shadows at you. She's always a woman to me. That goes out to Tom. Okay, this is one of my absolute favorites. This has got to be a top tenner for me in Billy's catalog. This is on the 52nd Street album. This is sort of a tribute to the Righteous Brothers, who I also love. I never ask you where you go. After I leave you in the morning, we go our different ways to separate situations. It's not that easy anymore. Today I do what must be done. I give my time to total strangers. But now it feels as though the day goes on forever, more than it ever did before. Until the night, whoa, I just might make it. Until the night, change. And I'm afraid we're getting older. So many broken hearts, so many lonely faces, so many lovers come and gone. I'll have my fears like every man. You'll have your tears like every woman. Till we will be unsure, is this what we believe in? And wonder how can we go on until the night, whoa, I just might make it until the night, oh, when I see you again. When the sun goes down and the day is over, when the last of the light is gone, as they pour into the street, I will be getting closer. As their cars turn their headlights on, as they're closing it down, I'm gonna open it up. While they're going to sleep, we'll just be starting to touch, just beginning to feel. I'm just beginning to give, I'm just beginning to feel, I'm just beginning to live. Before I leave you again, before the light of the dawn, before this evening can end, I have been waiting so long. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey. Yeah. Until the night, whoa, I just might make it until the night, whoa, just keep holding on until the night, when I see you again. There you go, Chris. Thank you, Gilberto. I appreciate that. I said that very badly. Gilberto.
Gilberto. There we go. It's probably Gilberto. Gilberto. Yes. If I said it wrong, I don't know if that's got a soft G or a hard G, but thank you for joining us from Mexico. It's fantastic. Okay. Okay, here we go. What else? Just making sure that I didn't miss any comments aimed at me. Great thing is that once I get rolling on doing requests, you guys really start to talk amongst yourselves. And so then I tune in and I'm like, is anyone saying anything to me? And it's like, no, you're just listening to me play and you're yapping with each other. And I think that's fantastic. I love the sense of community that gets built. Let's see, what else do I have in the queue that I could do that is reasonably that I actually know how to play? This one I said I would give a try to. Don't know that I'll get through the whole song because I can't remember everything about it, but I do know this one was based on, it was sort of like a tribute to Sam Cooke. Okay, just looking for the right key. This one comes off of a 1983 album called An Innocent Man. Careless talk, that's what you heard about me. Jealous talk, that's what I heard about you. Everybody's telling lies. I don't even know why. Why can't people find something better to do? Careless talk, I don't believe what they say. Heard them talk, say you've been putting me down. In the shadows on the phone, they won't leave us alone. They've been talking ever since you came around. Careless talk, telling you I'm doing wrong. Jealous talk follows wherever you go. I'm aware of what you heard, every terrible word. Everybody's make-believe with. Everybody's making believe that they know. Wait, I say it. Every terrible word. Everybody's making believe that they know all of the intimate things that we ever might have said in the heat of a passionate moment, in a conversation shared for the ears of nobody else. There are some things they'll never hear. There are secrets I'll never tell. Careless talk going around on the streets. Jealous talk, I know how bad it can be. Let them stand where they fall. I don't know what's at all. All that talking won't make a difference to me. Oh, oh. Careless talk, that's what they said about me. Jealous talk, that's what they say about you. Careless talk, then it just kind of fades out, so we'll go. All right, that wasn't best thing I've ever played, but that went reasonably well for a first ever attempt. Thank you, Bat Ayton. Appreciate the request. That was an adventure. All right. Let's tear one up here a little bit. 2, 3, 4. Friday night I crashed your party. Saturday I said I'm sorry. Sunday came and trashed me out again. And I was only having fun, wasn't hurting anyone. And we all enjoyed the weekend for a change. I was stranded in the combat zone. I walked to Bedford Stylone, then rode my motorcycle in the rain. And you told me not to drive, but I made it home alive. So you say that only proves that I'm insane. You may be right, I may be crazy. Whoa, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights, don't try to save me. You may be wrong, for all I know you may be right. Well, remember how I found you there, alone in your electric chair. I told you dirty jokes until you smiled. You were lonely for a man. I said, take me as I am, and you might enjoy some madness for a while. Now think of all the years I tried to find someone to satisfy you. I might be as crazy as you say. If I'm crazy, then it's true. Then it's all because of you. And you wouldn't want me any other way. You may be right, I may be crazy. Wow, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. It's too late to fight, it's too late to change, man. You may be wrong, but all I know you may be right. Ow!
You may be right, I may be crazy, yeah, but it just may be lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights, oh, don't try to save me. You may be wrong, for all I know, you may be right. Well, you may be wrong, but you may be right. You may be wrong, but you may, yeah, you may be right. I may be crazy. You may be right. I may be crazy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Picture postcard, a folded stub, a postcard, a program from the plane, filed away your photograph of your holiday. Your mementos have turned to dust. That's the price you pay. Every year is a souvenir that slowly fades away. Every year is a souvenir that slowly fades away. All right, guys. Normally I would play, that one with the harmonica, but I just realized that I have that sitting in my van, my harmonica harness, and because I played a gig the other day and I forgot to bring it down because I'm disorganized. So we will forego that tonight, and I'll just have to squeeze that into a stream one of these days soon. Feels weird to not play it on a Billy Joel show, but whatever. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I always enjoy the challenge of your requests, and you guys really made me think hard today, which I think is a lot of fun. It's great to have a platform to be able to do special events like this. Billy Joel's music sure means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to you too. So thanks for dropping by. Remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. Give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. Leave it all on the field. We don't know when this ride comes to an end.
don't want any regrets. And of course, it would be wrong to not say before we get out of here on this particular event, don't take any shit from anybody. All right, guys. Love you, and I'll see you on Sunday, okay? Take care. Happy birthday, Billy. We appreciate the music.